What the deuce? What is going on? No royal rogue, no sophisticated scoundrel. How dare you? Well, it can't be in every episode, I suppose. You can't knock down a coconut every time. Look at that hair, very tousled, lovely. You can't, can you? And he's not in this episode of Southern States Wrestling. Southern States Wrestling. It's a good episode, though, you know. Early on, well, first, actually, you can't get much earlier than first, can you? We have Austin Lane, who has persuaded evil Eric Porter to tag with him because his dad's got money, you see. So they're facing Anthony Cooley, who used to be a ref. Don't know if he still is, I'm not sure. He can't ref his own matches. And Logan Grove, and which is where I used to live. It sounds like it, doesn't it? I live on Logan Grove. Very nice, lovely. Anyway, there's a headlock from Cooley, which has kind of worked. A muscled up slam, which Bo James isn't really sure was that good. I like that. I like that he's honest. It's very nice. Eric and Anthony then give us some kind of arm work together. But then there's a big Austin head crank. Eric then helps Austin with a big clothesline for a 2 count. Then goes over to Grove and smacks him one on the apron just for the extra bit of frisson, I suppose. Then Logan hits a big clothesline and a choke slam. And Logan Grove gets the pin from that. It's very nice. And it works. Eric's then angry with Austin in the back, and wants more money because he's angry. It's an angry tax. That's what he wants. He's cheesed off. So he wants some cash. Right, Laurence is facing Chase Emery, who, as we know, wants Lord Murphy Costigan's title. One of them. He's got 2 of them. Yes, he has. And I remember Bo James saying 2 weeks ago, it might take you a few months. A few months? I know I keep saying this, but anyway, he's taken to the limit, really. Taken to the limit one more time by Laurence, big dude Laurence, who of course has got a bit of a dysfunctional relationship with Trey Chaos, who's not out with Miss Serenity to cheer him along. Anyway, Chase Emery wants an immediate pin. I think it's a crossbody or something. He wants an immediate pin. It doesn't work like that. Then there's a headlock, which has worked. Some takeovers. Big chops by Laurence. Then we've got a big elbow from Laurence and a good head crank. I'm looking at my notes, you see, which is nicely worked. A big slam from Laurence. Knees to the back and a head crank as well. Then Laurence gets an aeroplane spin, and it's a bit of wrestling entertainment. They're both very dizzy from that, which I like a lot. Nasty crossbody from Chase Emery. He was a hair off, according to Bo James. Yeah, he might have landed on his own head, but he certainly smacked Laurence in the head with his knees. Blimey, that looked a bit painful. He then gets a suplex, does Chase. Punchlines, not a clothesline, not a punch. A punchline. Out comes Trey Chaos to help, ostensibly. Gets on the apron. There's a malfunction at the junction. Thank you, Maura Ranallo. And he smacks into Laurence, and Chase Emery gets the pin. They're not happy at all. And Miss Serenity has to separate them by raking Lawrence's eyes. That's how bad it got, folks. She had to rake Lawrence's eyes. How will they coexist in the triple tag team match for the title? Is it called the Faction? They're called the Faction, aren't they? Connolly and Baker. And then there's who is it? Wayne Atkins and CJ Knight. They haven't got a team name. They haven't got it together team name. And then Laurence and Trey Chaos. They haven't got one either. They could be called Dysfunction. How are they going to stay together? They'll probably win because it's being set up for that. However, nice episode of Southern States Wrestling. A little insipid. But then that's bound to happen when you ain't got the Lord Murphy Costigan enjoying his wrestling and his promos and making everything a little better. Ta-ta.